This is Eagle Al, and today I will be going over the game day updates. Yes, Sauce Gardner is out. Nakobe Dean is coming back. Quez Watkins on IR. Just a little trade rumors as well, but let's get straight into it. All right, so let's talk about the game day updates. So the game day updates, yesterday I wanted to put out a video, but just put out a YouTube short, spending time with the family. You know how that go. But let's talk about the updates that happened yesterday. Nakobe Dean was activated from IR. Quez Watkins was placed on IR. So they elevating Devin Allen and Makai Gardner. Surprised they ain't elevate a safety, but that gave me high hopes that Cindy Brown might be playing. Also, Jets, Sauce Gardner, and DJ Reed is out with concussions. So Jets tried to pull the okey doke on us saying Sauce Gardner is sick. I'm like, well, if he's sick, he's going to come back and play. Actually, Sauce Gardner went on Twitter to voice his frustration, like, yo, I'm good. But this is a new age, man. These doctors do not let these players play with any type of concussion. Concussion, he might feel good. He probably really do. But again, when concussions come, they take it very, very, very serious. So more than likely Sauce Gardner is going to be playing. But if you are a Jets fan, this is bad news because our wide receivers are not hurt. So you got Craig James and a guy named Bryce Hall who's going to be on Devontae Smith and AJ Brown. Eagles fans, we familiar with Craig James. You know, he was like a special team guy with the Philadelphia Eagles. Could never really be a starting cornerback. He just wasn't that good enough. And man, AJ Brown and Devontae Smith should have a field day. I know a lot of people saying, well, the Eagles should blow them out. They should blow them out. I'm not really looking for a blowout. For blowout happen, cool. But I want to see us in certain situations. Like, even though they down a couple guys, how do we handle the red zone? How do our secondary look? I mean, really be looking at the backup guy, whoever they have out there, Eli Ritz or Josh Jobe, because I believe James Bradbury will hold it down. So I will look at stuff like that. I'm actually looking at this, no disrespect to the Jets, more like a preseason game. What guy steps up? Is it going to be Milton Williams that really step up? Will Jordan Davis get to the quarterback more? I'll be watching Hassan Reddick and Josh Sweat heavily. And then even the backups that come in behind them, like the Brandon Grahams, I will be more scouting the game more. I will be scouting the game more than like a regular season game. Like I will really look at this like more of a preseason game, like a game we should win for sure, but I want to see how the backups do. I want to see how comfortable Jalen Hurts is going to be in the pocket. It's just certain things I mean look for. Like regular season games, I usually like, man, I don't care if we win 3-0. I want us to win at least by 10 points. Is 10 points a blowout? No. But it's just certain things I will be looking for in this game. Hell, if we get to a point where we could look at really like the backups behind our starting offensive side of the ball, that'd be great. I want to see that Marcus Mariota do some work on himself. Like I want to see Devin Allen, some of these guys play. That's if we blow them out because it's still any given Sunday. But it seemed like you know Jalen Hurts. It seemed like he's going to go into this game serious. He take every game serious. I never heard him say like, "Oh yeah, we should beat this team, this and that." We played the Bears. The Bears played us tough last year. We played the Arizona Cardinals last year, and they played us tough. So Jets gonna come in here and play us tough. So no reason to take them lightly. Oh yeah, I also will be watching Nakobe Dean as well. See what he do. See if he actually look better than Nicholas Merle. See how they rotate them as well. So I will be looking at like the nuance of the game heavily instead of just looking at this like as an easy win. Let's watch the nuance. Again, Milton Williams, like the Brandon Grahams, the Fletcher Cox. I'll just be looking at them individually. I'll be really looking at Eli Ricks and stuff like that. See how we really handle this team. If we struggle against this team, of course, I may have questions. But when I'm looking at other things in this game, as we play them and then get ready for the Miami Dolphins. And I'm pretty sure most of our guys will be back for the Miami Dolphins and also just lead this game injury free. I also want to talk on Quez Watkins a little bit. I'm very disappointed in him. I feel like I know it's no such thing as faking injuries, but I feel like the Eagles did this like more as a punishment because Quez Watkins been lackluster. Like, you know what? We're not gonna trade you or anything. We just gonna put you on IR for the same hamstring injury because it seemed like he's just unmotivated. You know, if you look at Quez Watkins, what year two to now, at least year two, you could say like, yeah, he's motivated, he wants it. But now, last year and this year, he just seemed unmotivated. Seemed like he don't want to get hit or anything. Maybe he could be actually injured. But I feel like more of a punishment. Like, you know what? You're gonna play like that. We're just gonna give another guy a shot. It's just simple and plain. But yeah, very disappointed in Quez Watkins. Very disappointed in Quez Watkins. This was supposed to be the year. You know, he turned it around. The year's not up. We'll see how he finished the year, but right now, I don't know, man. At least Oz, he come in and play and he know his role. So with the wide receiver threes, it's really tricky because you got to get a guy that know his role. Like Quez, I still believe he doesn't know his role. He know like what Nick Sirianni is telling him, but unless he just don't like it. But this is a good wide receiver three to get that's actually on the market. Hunter Renfrow. Hunter Renfrow, since we're going to basically be short of a wide receiver four, no offense to Covey and Devin Allen, but you know, I don't look at them as ready. Sure, you could use Devin Allen as the burner to stretch the field a bit. Same things or similar to what Quez Watkins was doing. But Hunter Renfrow and like Olamide Zaccheaus, those are guys that simply know they role. So if you bring in a guy like Hunter Renfrow, so this is the rumor. We know Josh McDaniels suck. Like, how do you have a Hunter Renfrow before you came have over 1,000 yards and now he's barely cracking 600 yards a season? But they're looking to trade him. I don't think they know how to use him. He's only playing 42% of the snaps and only has 6 catches for 59 yards. That's insane. But this is a guy, man, that will know his role. You know, he'll know his role coming to Philadelphia. He's a very great route runner. You know how to get deep. And actually, he will somewhat solve your red zone problems because if you go back to the season where he had over 1,000 yards, I mean, he was trouble in the red zone because his route runner was so good. So I believe he can definitely come in and solve that problem. And am I like pushing hard to get him? Not really, because I know there's still other needs or a need, I should say, is at safety. I know a lot of you guys again be like, why the Eagles fans? We all want safety, this and that. Well, again, I go back to Sidney Brown. He dealt with a hamstring injury, had to miss 2 games. Now you got to place Justin Evans on IR with a knee injury. We know he haven't been healthy a full season ever in his career. So now you got to deal with Edmonds and Reed Blankenship as your only safeties. And we got to hope that Sidney Brown hold up. So again, is Hunter Renfrow a priority? No. You still got to look at the Jeremy Chins of the world. Even call the Patriots, see what they willing to give for Jabril Peppers if they willing to give him up. I'm hearing Harrison Smith. Remember, I brought that up. He's on the market, and I knew he was going to go on the market for the Vikings because they losing. They got to offload that contract, and they need to pay Justin Jefferson, who's actually on IR himself, who might miss 4 to 6 weeks. So you got to look at the losing teams and see what they willing to give up. Even the Panthers looking to get some trade capital back from when they traded up to get the quarterback they got. So you really got to look at these teams, man. But it's a lot of teams that having a lot of fire sales. You got, did I mention the Broncos? Yeah, Broncos, Justin Simmons. I know a lot of people saying Jerry Jeudy, but Jerry Jeudy, will he come in knowing his role? I highly doubt it. But yeah, the safety position should definitely be the priority. I think on the offensive side, is really no reason to add another piece unless it's like a wide receiver 3, wide receiver 4. But I like how Oz play. But my fear is if Oz get hurt, now you got Quez on IR. Now you got to have Covey and Devin Allen to play. And do I really trust them long term in that role? I really don't, to be honest. But that's all I got for today. But hey, man, what do you think? How do you feel, man? I can't wait to. I think you guys gonna see this around 9. So we got football games from 9:30 all the way to 11 p.m. I will be watching every single game, every single game. But this is Eagle Al. I'm up.